Welcome to Collections of Cinema.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand fresh episode of Cock or Collections of Cinema with me, Wavy.
And me, Cock.
And this Cock over there, Danny.
This is my wife, Cock.
With a C, not a K. We're back.
A C at the end?
No, it's just C-O-C, Cock.
Ah, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or as the artsy people said, K, because the second C is silent. We have a new episode. We didn't release one last week because just that's how it was. If you have listened to our Commander and our Master and Commander episode, or if you have not listened to our Commander and Master episode, Master and Commander, you should totally do it because it was the first time we both watched a movie and we had a blast, and it's a great episode, I would say. Today or this week, we are talking about the new Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, the new Superman movie from James Gunn came out in 2025, and I got the Italian Blu-ray here. Oltre 90 minuti di contenuti speciali.
Wow, yeah, it's really good Italian.
Sorry, I don't speak.
You must be from Italy.
Yeah, I don't speak Italian, so. The movie came out in summer of 2025. Had a budget of 225 million and made 615.8 million at the box office. So,
wow,
did pretty well with everything altogether, and was a pretty big success, I would say.
That's surprisingly well for, there's like the diehard Henry Cavill fans as Superman. I feel like a lot of people were kind of reluctant about a new Superman.
Look, it's there are the fans, and then there's just the toxic fan base on each side who are saying, oh, Henry Cavill was the worst, or go much further and say Zack Snyder was the worst. And then there are the people who are like, it's a fucking movie. I don't give a shit if it's good. I watch it. If it's not good because of whatever, then I don't watch it. And ultimately it comes down to taste, I would say.
I mean, that's every movie, isn't it?
And I don't want to dive into the whole fandom of Snyder or not Snyder or whatever, who is the best Batman, Superman. I don't give a shit. If it's a good movie, then I watch it. And if it's not a good movie because I don't like the act, like personally, I don't like the actor, I don't like the story, I don't like how it's, cut together, edited, whatever, then I don't watch it, but I don't shit on it. And
you got very aggressive very quickly there.
Because I am. Because I don't like this toxic fan base behavior online where people only because they are fans of something, they take ownership of it.
No, sure, I agree, but it's with especially the superhero movies.
No,
that
but
is
also
like
Lord of the Rings, Star Wars.
Movie.
It's so much. Yeah. And then there's like, Star Wars, Rings of Power. The Rings of Power, you can't just do that, blah, blah. Star Wars, same thing. Oh, no, this is shit. That's shit. That show is amazing. This show is shit. Like all that. It's exhausting, honestly. And
but that's not what I was talking about.
Nah.
Just...
Nah, right. So, okay, let's go back to...
That was a tangent.
Look, I liked Man of Steel because you said Henry Cavill. I liked Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, me too.
Justice League was a troubled production for so many reasons, and I feel like Man of Steel is a good origin story of how Superman became Superman. But he never got the, this is Superman movie, this is the Superman. He never really got that because Batman versus Superman was not that. No. It was, and then Justice League was not really that. And this Superman is a classic Superman movie. It's from,
but also not because they don't really go into the origin story.
But that's what I mean.
And that's what I really like.
Superman being Superman.
Yeah.
It's you dive right into he is already Superman. He already is.
You get like little sprinkles of his backstory, but they don't do the full.
Yeah. It's like a sequel, basically. This movie is like a sequel where you already know the character.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the movie. Let's go quickly into the story of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a superhero movie.
Yeah, obviously. Lex Luthor.
And especially lately with the superhero movies, it's a lot of like alternate universe stuff where that comes in, and this one is like a pocket universe. Lex Luthor creates a pocket universe, and of course it splits open, and they have to save the
Lex
whatever the metropolis from being sucked into the.
I also like that this Superman has Lex Luthor as the main villain because he's like the classic Superman main.
Well, and I also feel like they finally did Luthor justice.
Not finally. I feel like they did it in the past pretty well.
With the series, what was the series? Smallville. I feel like they did a really good job with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Rosenthal, I think was his name. Yeah.
But with he was written wrong in was it Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
He was written he brilliantly acted by Jesse Eisenberg, but that was not Lex Luthor. So I had trouble with that character.
It was a weird combination of Joker.
It was too Joker and Riddler. It was like Rosenbaum. Joker and Riddler for me.
Yeah.
It didn't.
I did not
work.
like that version of.
But this was a great Lex Luthor. Yeah. He did a really good job, and the writing was great for him.
Like the scary thing about Luthor is his brain.
That he's so intelligent.
That he's so smart. But then again, his weak spot is his being so obsessed with things, because with his obsession he loses he uses track of the things that are really important, or his smartness basically. Yeah. But that's what I like, because it makes him also human, because he is very emotional in a lot of scenes. We can really see that he wants to fucking see Superman die.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he drives for, and you can totally feel it in Nicholas Hoult character. Yeah, I mean, there is no real story in the whole thing.
There is, but it's the same story. It's so in the Superman movies, it's always kind of the same story. Like Metropolis is somehow in danger, or it has something to do with his home planet being in danger, or which this is not the case because his home planet's been destroyed. But he's like, he came to discover the real reason his parents sent him to Earth, which was more like maniacal than he thought it was.
To rule over mankind.
Yeah. So but there is a lot of like political stuff in this movie, which I really liked because it was well done, and it was not very subtle, which I also liked. It was kind of like, if you know what's going on in the world, it was very present in the movie, and done very well. Also,
I mean, the movie and that was a big criticism of the Snyder movies in the past, that they were so dark and sinister and just not like, but I kind of liked that at the time because it was a contrast to the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And it was a needed contrast, because if you would have done what Superman is doing right now, everybody would have said, okay, it's the same thing as Marvel is doing. So I liked the contrast.
Yeah,
this movie
I loved that DC was darker. That was like that's why I liked DC so much, because it was darker.
And I liked this one too, and I really liked. The thing is, I'm not a huge fan of the story or of what's happening in the movie, because it's like,
I mean, you've seen it before.
So many times. But what I really liked, first of all, the start of the movie, like the first few, like the opening, and then with the dog, and the dog is amazing.
The dog is like the best character in the movie.
Right, and then the ending, I really like the ending too, when he confronts Luthor the last time, and then like his family is essentially in the beginning he plays the clip of his original family from Krypton, and then at the end he plays the clips from his past, like growing up on Earth, which I really like. And the message also is like being kind and being empathetic makes him human. And I really like that message, and I really like that.
Well, there's also like the message of chosen family, which I think is also such a big thing right now, and that's also really, it's nice to have present.
And that's what I like about that movie. There are a lot of things that I'm not a fan of personally, but that doesn't make that movie bad in any way or form. I had
issues with, I mean, we talked about this a little bit while we were watching it, but I had some issues with the fact that, I don't know, I feel like women were not very present in this movie, and that seems odd for James Gunn, because he writes really good female characters, I feel like, a lot of the time. And so he doesn't he do Peacemaker? Yeah. And I mean, he writes badass women characters in Peacemaker. Like, they're so well written and so like present in the story, and like crucial to the story.
But you have to also look at the source material of Superman.
Yeah.
Like, it comes from the 40s.
Yeah, but still, he added all of these political tropes in there that were very relevant.
Superman always was political. There are comics of Superman beating up Nazis and stuff.
But he, female presence could have been stronger.
I feel like that's a weak spot of Superman itself, like the whole story or universe of Superman. That I mean, Lois Lane is a great character. She's a great journalist, but she is just a human. And next to him, you know.
I mean, at least in this movie, it's very clear that she like basically lives for him. You know, it feels like that's her entire character in this movie.
Yeah, she needs to find him and
protect
help
him, to save him, and she does challenge him briefly when she does like her little interview with him. But even that, it's not like she would put anything out there that could harm him or anything. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't love how the women were written.
Yeah, even Hawkgirl is. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Hawkgirl, honestly.
I mean, she had like no screen time, anyways. So.
But I mean, it was cool that she killed the one leader of the corrupt country, the gross old guy. But yeah, Superman is hard to do with like. I mean, Supergirl could be. There is a Supergirl movie coming, I think. That could be a potentially really good movie if well done. I like the character Supergirl, and she was introduced in that movie shortly because she got Crypto back, the dog.
Yeah.
Again,
that's the only place the movie really like fell flat for me was. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not like I enjoy the movie. I really liked it, but it's also it's a classic superhero movie. Yeah. There's nothing super special about it.
Right. It doesn't go. And that's the one criticism I would say is it like doesn't show us or goes somewhere where the whole thing hasn't gone before. And I would say Man of Steel was a little different there. Man of Steel was written and basically made out of the Dark Knight series. Christopher Nolan and his brother wanted to write a more realistic, gritty, darker version of Superman, not necessarily the character darker, but the world, like Dark Knight, essentially very sinister and just complete opposite to the Marvel movies, and that kind of stood out. And then obviously that Superman killed a person, that a lot of fans were upset about that, things like that. And then the same thing with Batman, even though that's a comic.
It's in the comics, yeah. But the way that Batman has been portrayed in the movies is that he doesn't kill anybody. Like that's the classic way that he's been portrayed.
Right, but this Batman in particular saw tons of people getting killed by Superman, and he is in this like he basically is an old Batman. Yeah. He's like he's seen all the shit, and that comes in from the comics. And I kind of liked it too because they did something that has not been done before. Yeah. And Snyder said that so many times that he didn't want to just do something. And so this movie feels like this. Besides the political stuff, feels very safe in the things that I agree. He didn't push for anything that has not been done before, other than maybe showing us the fucking origin story again. I'm glad he didn't, and that's the only thing that you could say, okay, because Man of Steel does that, and lots of other movies, superhero movies, do that, and I'm glad they didn't do it. And Gunn said it multiple times, like, what's the point of showing that again? We have seen it so many times. Same with Batman. Nobody needs to see the fucking scene of the what are the parents called? Not Martha. Martha and whatever the dad's name is in Batman. Yeah. The Waynes basically getting killed. Nobody needs to see that again. Yeah. And David Corenswet is great as Clark Kent and Superman. I feel like he does both great, even though I don't like his hair, like this puffy, like weird teenage hairstyle that every teenager has right now. If you go out and see teenagers, like all of them like have this fluff sitting on their head.
Well, especially if they have curly hair.
And I hate it so much that his Clark Kent character has that. It looks so dumb.
Well, I liked his hair.
But I hate it. But it's just a personal thing. He plays both characters very well.
Really well. Yeah.
Even like when he talks at the beginning, they have like this interview scene between him and Rachel Brosnahan, who is Lois. And he changes his voice. When he's Superman, he has a different voice, different tone, and also moves differently.
He moves differently.
And I really like that. And that's something that, I mean, all of the Superman actors have done in the past, but he does it super well. Yeah. I really like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Rachel Brosnahan is great as Lois Lane. I really like her as Lois Lane.
I just wish she had more depth. Right. I wish her character had more.
There's not much to her.
That wasn't like focused on him.
No. Nicholas Hoult, amazing as Lex Luthor. Like he did a great job. And one of the characters that stood out to me is Eddie Gathici or whatever his name is as Mr. Terrific.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's such a great character and he plays it so well, like so like almost monotone, but just it's so good.
He's a cool character. He's a good character. He's not overly funny. And I also like that because the comic relief is Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. And he works great as that. And he has like the right amount of time before the movie would get cringy or would fall into this, they don't take themselves seriously. But yeah. Yeah, other than that, I mean, there are a bunch of other really great characters in it.
Yeah.
The dog, obviously.
I mean, I said that already. The dog was my favorite character.
Frank Grillo, who is from Argus, also in Creature Commando and in Peacemaker. And Olsen, Jimmy Olsen is also a great character. I really liked him too.
Also, if anyone out there is not watching Peacemaker, fucking watch Peacemaker.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
That is one of the best shows, not just in the superhero world, but just in general. It's a fucking fantastic show, and it doesn't give you that same vibe as like a superhero movie does.
Yeah.
So if you're not into the superhero movies, you would probably still like it because it's dark. It's also really funny, like really funny.
Yeah.
There's great drama elements to it. It's so well done. I can't recommend that show enough. It's so good.
Yeah.
Also James Gunn, which is kind of why this is slightly disappointing because you know what he can do with Granted, with Peacemaker, it's a series, so I feel like there's more you can do more with it.
Yes and no. Also, the character is so unknown.
Yeah.
So there is not that the fan base is not amazingly massive. Where this character Superman is so massive.
Sure.
Where it's hard to do.
You probably want to tread a little lightly when you're doing
and also
a Superman movie.
The source material. I mean, it is an old comic. It is an old character, so it's hard to you've seen it with Man of Steel. There's still so much division out there because a lot of people are like, "Oh no, this is not Superman," or a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is my Superman." It's so dumb. It's so honestly so dumb. So I get it why he did it.
Yeah.
And I really hope he started writing already Man of Tomorrow, the second one, that he will branch out more and do more bolder things with it because honestly the character really needs it. I don't want to see another Superman movie that we have seen countless times before.
Naturally.
Or matter of fact, a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Do you have some?
The trivia is not all that exciting. There was one there are two that I thought you would like.
Yeah.
Wait, I just lost it. Oh, there. Okay, so Nathan Fillion, whose character I also really like in the movie.
Guy Gardner.
He insisted that Guy Gardner sport the same bowl cut that he does in the comics, despite early discussions about changing the hairstyle. He said, there was some talk about different hairstyles. There was some talk about some different types of things we were going to do. I was team bowl cut all the way. It's canon. It's set. I said, if we don't do a bowl cut, we're going to hear about it.
Of course.
So that's awesome. And then this one answers one of your questions that you had, but I can't find it now.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, there. We were talking about Superman's trunks, yeah. And how you were like, I hate that they brought them back. That was actually the actor who played him. That was his thing. He wanted it, and he justified it by saying, I'm an alien from outer space who can fly and lift buildings, and I shoot laser beams out of my eyes that can dissolve things. I want kids to not be afraid of me. So what am I going to wear? I mean, I kind of liked that.
Yes and no.
And it didn't bother me. I like the whole...
I liked the more realistic, or more in terms of, like, if you look at Dark Knight and stuff, that's something that could be made, or that's something that could look cool. Where also Marvel does it, obviously, with Thor and stuff. So I like that direction more.
But I also really like the original. Like if you watch like the Adam West Batman, I love how silly that costume is, and so it kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, obviously, the thing is, it's not a bad costume. It's just a personal choice. I'd rather have it not, but at the same time, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And like with Sam, there are lots of people who watch superhero movies and are freaking out because they are wearing some sort of like Wolverine and Deadpool. He's finally wearing the yellow suit.
Yeah.
And, it's fucking awesome. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. He could also wear his original stuff or just.
I mean, he could wear jeans and.
Right. And topless or whatever. Nobody.
Or really like a wife beater or something. And
right.
What the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly.
He's badass.
So let's go to movie of the week.
Movie of the week. Oh my, that was orgasmic.
I mean, I don't even have to say it, but American Psycho, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, actually, Lord of the Rings, the first one. American Psycho, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, The Simpsons movie, One Battle After Another, and The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
I mean, we don't need to. It's obvious.
One Battle After Another. Yeah.
Granted. Let's just say Lord of the Rings is fucking phenomenal.
We're finishing it today. Yeah.
It's top-notch filmmaking right there. Yeah. It doesn't get much better.
Yeah.
But that said,
Paul
the
Thomas
new
Anderson
PTA movie is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. One Battle After Another with DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and a bunch of other great actors. And I mean,
female characters written awesome. Like all of the female characters are so fucking badass.
Right. The source of material amazing, so timely and so poignant and just perfect for what's happening in the US.
Which is crazy to me.
Did you
look when he wrote it?
No, but it's a book.
Ah, okay.
But I feel like, he's a filmmaker, so he mirrors what's going on,
sure.
And obviously it's not hard to see with everything that MAGA movement. It's been going on for years now, so it kind of makes sense that you would choose something like that.
It all fit. Almost, it hit very, very close to home. It was at times for me like really, really hard to watch because I'm like, fuck, this is way too close to what's actually happening.
Yeah.
But fucking brilliant movie.
Yeah. And Sean Penn, standout, evil guy.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And
like it's hard to not like Sean Penn. Let's just say it that way. And he makes you really not like him.
We will do that movie at some point for sure because I already ordered it on Blu-ray. But I want to just quickly go into the reviews here, the free popular reviews. First of all, if the president sees this, he will either ban movies or kill himself. Second one, Sean Penn delivers one of the weirdest walks of all time.
Yes!
An Oscar-worthy weird guy walk.
Yes!
And PTA making modern fascists and white nationalists look like the dumbest pieces of shit for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Movie of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say the name of their stupid organization, but it's so good.
Yeah, for me, it was a 5 out of 5. If you have not seen One Battle After Another, go watch it.
Definitely see it in the theaters if you can.
It's a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the Letterbox review for Superman. Superman. Oh wait, don't do a jingle here. Okay. No. Oh my God, call me a Gal Gadot the way I don't know how to act right now. Shots fired.
What? What's wrong with Gal Gadot?
I mean, not a fan right now with all the Israel stuff going on. He's bald and he's torturing people who have hair. 3.5.
People don't love it, I have to say.
Yeah, no, I know that people don't love it. And I like that they don't go like, ooh, this is great stuff, but they also criticize the stuff that is not great. And I hope that James Gunn really, takes it to heart and goes a little bolder in the next one.
I can't really find one that I find funny.
Whoever said Superman should get a puppy denounces the state of Israel and have smoking hot cousin is onto something. I mean, the dog, honestly. James Gunn, I don't know if he's a vegan, but he loves animals. And Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously, the whole trilogy is about a raccoon finding his footing in the world and then also facing his own past in the third one. And such a beautiful arc and giving animals' voices, like Eagly in Peacemaker and stuff. He does such
a
great job. And even in Superman, there are so many scenes where people flee their houses and try to get away from the rift that's opening, and so many people have pets there, and it's just, it's weird that it makes you feel like, oh, that's something you don't see in a lot of movies. Like, it's so rare that people who run away are carrying dogs or animals, fish or whatever. It's not happening in movies. People, like, filmmakers don't give a shit about that stuff. And I feel like it's such a unique, not only perspective, but such a unique detail that he puts into his movies.
Well, they touched on that too, because there was the scene where he goes into Lois's apartment, like after everybody's kind of like turning against him, and the dog Crypto has been taken by Lex Luthor, and he is basically saying he needs to find this pocket universe because he needs to get Crypto back. And she's like, he's a dog.
And he's like, but he's alone and probably scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally I really like that. And he saves the squirrel. That was also a controversial scene. Like, a lot of people were like, why would you save the squirrel? I'm like,
it was such a nice touch. I mean, he saved another dog. He saved a squirrel.
Right.
That's awesome. This might be the best Letterbox review for this movie. 5 stars. Not to be dramatic, but I would die for Crypto.
Yeah. That type of movie that makes me a motherfucking want to do a community service. That makes a motherfucker want to do community service. Yeah. I mean, kind of. Like, the thing is, it's a feel-good movie, and I feel like I feel like with all the stuff that's going on in the world, like back in 2013, it was good. I feel like it was good that Man of Steel was released, because it was the opposite again from Marvel, and it kind of needed to be that.
Yeah.
And it also kind of needed to be explored a little bit. I like that they explored that. But I also right now feel like this is the perfect movie for the right time, because it's so much shit going on. I don't want to watch a depressing superhero movie. I want to watch a movie that makes me feel happy and good and not depressed. Because if I watch the news, I'm depressed. So that's the perfect movie.
And there was a really good, I mean, I love James Gunn. I love his humor. He has really good, like, he has a great sense of humor, and he writes funny characters really well, like quirky, funny. Like, he writes them really well. What is the one actor's name who's the reporter?
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name right now.
He's so funny. And I mean, he's always funny, but he's so funny in that movie.
So you mean from SNL?
SNL? No, not Beck Bennett.
No,
I mean, he's also funny, but the younger guy.
Jimmy Olsen,
he's so funny in that movie, and he plays the role so well, and he just the comedy is really a standout. I feel like. I mean, it's the same with most of James Gunn movies.
That's it, everybody. If you want to support us, head over to our Patreon, where Joe is currently still our only member.
Hi, Joe.
But please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple, or wherever you're listening to a podcast. Please comment on Spotify or YouTube. Yep. And please also like where you watch or listen to the podcast. That's it.
That's it.
Bye.
Goodbye.